What's going on, the People Project? This is Felipe, one of your co-hosts. Today we are at the TribalScale office, and I am with one of the co-founders, Mitch. How's it going?
It's going awesome. Nice to see you.
Awesome. So I know it's been a few months since we've been trying to make this happen.
Yeah,
so,
definitely, but at least we got together.
Awesome. So before we dive in, can you give us a brief, who is Mitch and what is TribalScale?
Cool. So Mitch today is the VP of Product at TribalScale. Before that, I did engineering in school, did mechanical, worked for a couple of other companies, and then eventually got here. TribalScale, the way I would position it is we're a full-service software consultancy. So we help customers design and build custom software, predominantly kind of like native iOS and Android apps, full stack web, as well as Amazon Alexa and Action on Google applications.
Cool, cool. Now, I know right now we are in Toronto, and I know this is where everything started. You guys kind of have gone the international route, right?
Yeah, that's right. So we started in November 2015 as 5 co-founders. And since then, so I guess just over 2 years now, we're about 140 people in 3 offices. So our headquarters is here in Toronto. We have an office in Orange County in Irvine, California, and then one in Dubai in the UAE.
Cool. Now, you guys started kind of focusing on the app piece and providing those services, and you guys kind of recently, you mentioned, shifted towards a different business.
Yeah, so I can talk about that for a minute.
Sure.
So we started off doing predominantly what we call project services, which is essentially kind of building custom software for customers. That's what we were doing in kind of November 2015, and for the first 6 or 8 months. Then we started doing something that we called transformation, which was working in the way we build the custom applications, but actually doing that with our customers, showing them how to do it. And then about 6 months ago, we launched a venture studio. And the entire idea there was to, again, work in the same manner and process we currently have, but instead of building digital products, to build digital companies. So we started that 6 months ago, and we have our first cohort kicking off like right now.
That's super exciting. Now, when I hear that, all I can think of is growth. And with growth comes a lot of responsibilities and maybe some failures or some lessons learned.
Yeah.
What are the biggest things that you learned in this process?
Yeah, so failures is a really good one. We were very, very lucky that even from day one, we had a strong culture to fail fast. And that's kind of enabled us to experiment along the way. So in the 2 and a bit years we've been doing this, I'd say the absolute most important thing that I've learned is a company at the end of the day is like a group of individuals and people. And regardless of what you're selling or what you're doing, they are by far your largest assets. In the early days, we went through periods of perhaps stretching people, being very new leaders and co-founders. We weren't necessarily the best people managers at the beginning. So we had a lot of stumbles along the way in giving people the kind of the support they needed for themselves to grow internally. So I'd say the number one thing I've learned to this point right now is if people are your best asset and your most worthwhile one, you really have to put out all of the stops to make sure you support them properly, whether that's getting yourself training. We brought in leadership coaches to like help us become better leaders, and anything we can do to give our employees better attention and mentorship.
Awesome, awesome. That sounds super exciting, and I'm excited to see where TribalScale is going to be in a year and a half from now. Which is kind of, the last time we talked was like a year and a half ago, and so many changes, positive things have happened. So I'm excited to see where you guys are going.